Hi everyone, Dennis Dyack here, Director of 2 Human, along with Henry Sturchy, Director of Game Design, and Rob Porsky, Game Designer, and we're looking today at the Commando skill tree.
Favoring technological gadgetry and standoff methods of warfare, the Commando specializes in the use of mines, countermeasures, demolitions, and rifles.
The Commando class in 2 Human is really by nature a gunner class, and he's very good at ballistic weaponry and things like that. One thing that's really important though is because 2 Human has a very, very strong and smooth blend between melee and ballistics, you get a really different feel between a class like the Berserker, who specializes in melee, and a class like the Commando, who's just a pure gunner. You can actually kind of play the game as a shooter. And one thing that's really important with the skill tree of the Commando is that actually augments that and empowers you to do that further. But you still need to use your melee and your guns together to do things like juggle up enemies and finish guys up for more combo. So one of the first and more interesting skills that the Commando brings to the table for his group is this top skill here allows you to increase the damage and radius for all grenades and secondary fire. So each of the different weapon types have their own unique secondary fire. The rifles actually can fire grenades with all the different ammunitions, and the cannons can do different things like fire missiles, charge shots for the plasma, and do a kind of charge heavy beam for the laser guns. So this actually allows you to power all of that up, and it is the place to power it up. It's the best place, it gives you radius. So you can actually group with a Commando, and even if you're a bioengineer or a Berserker, you'll suddenly have a lot better grenades and secondary fire. I'll go over down to the left path, which actually specializes in kind of distance combat and what a lot of people call kiting. So let's keep enemies at a distance and light them up with gunfire. The first skill here actually will be able to have a chance of rooting your targets that you hit them, and rooting will keep them in place, allow you to run around and do good gun damage to them. The next one's actually a really, really cool and unique skill. This spider skill allows it to deploy a point defense turret. So if you've got a bunch of missiles in the room, this thing will actually be kind of like the Star Wars program, shoot down the missiles out of the air for you, and can really save your group. The battle cry is actually really cool as well. Again, it goes with the distance type of stuff. All of your shots will actually knock back and knock down your enemies. This is actually a really, really good helpful skill in co-op as well, because if you're a Berserker who got your group with gets in trouble, or your healer, your bioengineer, you can pull the guys off them by just knocking them down around them. And then the last skill actually increases the range of your ballistic weaponry, again helping you keep guys away. The middle path is more of a damage and explosive path. So the first node increases your slug ammunition rate of fire, really lets you get in there and light guys up. The next thing is a cluster mine for your spider. This thing just does a ton of collateral damage, really big explosive damage from the spider. The battle cry is actually really cool. It puts explosive damage on all of your bullet shots. So you increase your rate of fire, and then you fire this thing off as your battle cry, and you're just peppering all the guys, and they're just exploding like a fireworks show.
And the cool thing about that, and just in case people don't understand the difference in the different ballistic weapons, lasers, the longer you keep them on the enemy, they heat up and they do more damage. Ballistic are your straight, just damage path, and then your plasma or your hybrid type of weapons. They essentially don't do as much damage, but they do radius damage. So by going down this path, you can make the medium sort of damage path with the ballistics become explosive. So you get really, really powerful shots suddenly.
And then the last node in here, just in general, gives your ballistic weaponry a chance of detonating explosive damage. The right path is kind of your plasma or a hybrid ammunition specialization path. This adds increased damage for your plasma ammunition weaponry. This deploys a plasma turret for the spider, and again, the plasma does radius damage, so the spider can really keep big rooms kind of damaged. And you've got a chance here that all of your ballistic shots will do additional damage for your battle cry, and then just general rifle damage increase on the right path.